So how do you pick the right plan on Covered California for 2026? There are a lot of big changes coming to Covered California next year, which I will be explaining in this video, and how to actually navigate these changes and find a right plan for you and your family in 2026. We're going to be covering the open enrollment dates, okay, carrier rate increases for 2026. The proposed rate increases have already been released by Covered California, so you're going to want to know that information. Subsidies and tax credits that are going to be affected in 2026. Very big changes. What the income cliff is, you have to know. If you're on any sort of marketplace exchange or Covered California exchange, you have to know about the income cliff, because it can be you can end up in a very dangerous situation where you have to repay all of your tax credits if you make a certain amount of money, if you cross the threshold. So you're going to want to know that information. How the plans are standardized. The Silver 73 plan is a very popular plan this year, but the benefits are decreasing, and I'm going to be talking about that in this video. And lastly, how to navigate the price increases for 2026, because they are pretty drastic for 2026. I'm Sebastian Vitug. I talk to people about their health insurance every day. I've seen what works, and I've also seen what can cost people big time. Okay. So open enrollment dates, you have from November 1st through January 31st to enroll into a 2026 plan. Now, if you do want a January 1st start date, you do have to enroll by December 31st to get that start date, right? But if you do miss that enrollment window for whatever reason, stuff happens at the end of the year. It's a busy season for a lot of people. People are taking time off work, they're traveling. And if you miss that enrollment period, then you're going to have to enroll by January 31st for a February 1st start date. There's a lot of misconception out there that the enrollment period is shrinking, but those changes are actually happening for the plan year of 2027. So as of right now, you still have until January 31st, technically, to enroll into a 2026 plan. Okay, moving on. So carrier rate increases for 2026. This is not looking pretty, guys. If we look at the carriers, Anthem Blue Cross going up 14.5%. Blue Shield is a very popular carrier, 9.1%. Kaiser is another big hitter in California, 7.1%. With the overall proposed rate increase, the average proposed rate increase being 10.3%. I don't know about you guys, but I am not excited to pay 10.3% more of my premium. Right? I have Covered California myself. I'm not excited for that. Now, I do have noted here that the increases may be lowered if the enhanced subsidies are extended. Now, a little bit more about that. Let's actually get into that. So, we are expecting that the average premium increase for most Americans on marketplace exchanges, including Covered California, their premiums are set to increase by 75% on average. 75%. That's almost double. It will double for a lot of people. And that's a pretty big deal, right? Look at directly from KFF. They are saying, if we go into here, 75%. The expiration of enhanced tax credits will lead to out-of-pocket premiums for ACA marketplace enrollees increasing by an average of more than 75%, with insurers expecting healthier enrollees to drop coverage. This right here is a very important statement, because when you have healthy people seeing that their premiums are skyrocketing, they're not able to justify that very high premium for a health plan that they might not even use, right? They might only go to the doctor once or twice per year. They don't have any prescriptions. So they're not going to be able to justify the premiums that they're paying for their health plan. So that will lead a lot of healthy people to drop their coverage, and it's going to leave a lot of unhealthy people on the plan, which means that insurance carriers, they have to increase their rates to compensate for all of the healthy people leaving their plans, right? Like the average member is going to have more medical claims, which means they have to increase the premiums for everybody else just to compensate for that. So that is why, if the enhanced subsidies are extended, then the premium increases may be lowered. Okay. This isn't the official number. It's still up in the air right now. It's currently October 10th at the time of this recording. We still haven't gotten an official answer from Congress on whether they are going to extend the enhanced subsidies or not. Okay, so hopefully in the next week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, we can actually hear back from Congress to get an answer from them. So they're not keeping us on our toes anymore. Okay, let's move on. So, by the way, if you need help with Covered California, schedule a call with me. It's the first link in the description. Book your free call. All right, so what is the income cliff? The income cliff is, gosh, a lot of people don't know about this, but the income cliff may be coming back. If Congress does not extend the enhanced subsidies next year, the income cliff will also come back. So basically what the income cliff is I have a little chart here to show you a little visual. So we have the FPL percentage at the bottom of the screen. Basically, the higher FPL percentage you are, the more money you're making. With 400% federal poverty level is usually middle to higher income families. And the purple line here represents the subsidies as it stands today in 2025. You know, they're pretty good subsidies, right? They're a bit higher. And as you can see, even if you're making over 400% of the federal poverty level, you still get a subsidy, right? People still, middle to higher income families, still get subsidies over 400% federal poverty level. Now, moving on to the bottom line, this is how it was before 2021, right? Pre-COVID. This is how it was, and this is how it will be in 2026 if Congress doesn't extend the enhanced subsidies. So subsidies will go down. You can already see there's a dip in subsidies. And you can see as soon as you hit 400% federal poverty level, the tax credits drop to zero. As soon as you hit this threshold, tax credits drop to zero. And this right here is the income cliff. This is what it is. So how do you actually know whether you're going to hit the income cliff or fall off the income cliff or not? So it's pretty simple. There are a lot of numbers on the screen, but I'm going to walk you through this right now to simplify this for you. This right here is the 2025 federal poverty level chart. We don't have access to the 2026 one yet. It has not been released. So we have to use 2025 as an example. But the numbers for 2026 should be pretty close here, so we can get a good estimate. So on the left side, we have household size. Let's say, for example, we are a household size of 3. Maybe it's myself, my spouse, and my dependent that I'm claiming on my taxes. And then we have, we'll say we make $70,000 income, just about $70,000. That would put us at 266 federal poverty level. Okay. If you look at this side, 400% federal poverty level. As soon as you make $103,281, you have officially fallen off the income cliff. Okay, you have to be aware of this number. Even if you're, $30,000 off of, falling off the income cliff, even $50,000 falling off the income cliff, it's so crucial to know this number. Like, take a screenshot, because let me tell you a story. A few months ago, I spoke to a gentleman who was, he's single. He projected about $30,000 for the year. This was back in 2024. And he was a regular casino goer. He would go to the casino every weekend with his friends. And he told me that, Sebastian, I won the jackpot. He won the jackpot. And instead of $30,000, he actually made $100,000. And yes, I have very beautiful handwriting. Thank you very much. But he made $100,000 when he projected $30,000. He had to repay back all of the tax credits that he had received for 2024. All of them. It was over $12,000. So you have to just be aware of this number right here, this threshold, right? Things change. You could get a raise, you could change jobs. And, before you know it, you've fallen off the income cliff and you have to pay back $10,000 in tax credits. I've seen it firsthand. And please just be careful with your income. Get your pay stubs, get your 1099s, your W-2s, and make sure that you're not going to fall off the income cliff. I'm going to be making a full-on video in the future. My next video will be about how to properly estimate your income for 2026. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that video. Okay, let's move on. So how plans are standardized. Something that is pretty crucial to Covered California to know and should actually make this a lot more simple when it comes down to comparing plans is that the plans are standardized, which means that a Silver 73 plan, for example, will have the same copays, right? The same deductible. Sorry, my head is getting in the way here. Same deductible, same out-of-pocket maximum as a Silver 73 plan with Kaiser, Blue Shield, Blue Cross, HealthNet. It doesn't matter the carrier, all of them will have the same standardized plans. And what that means is that when it comes down to finding a plan on Covered California, it really just comes down to the network of doctors and hospitals that you'd like to go to and the premium. For example, if you want a very large network of doctors and hospitals, maybe consider Blue Shield PPO, right? I have a lot of videos recorded that I'm going to be posting soon when it comes near open enrollment that actually compare the carriers side by side. Anthem Blue Cross, Blue Shield, HealthNet, LA Care. I compare all of the carriers with each other. So make sure to subscribe so you can stay informed about that and not miss those videos. Okay, so again, plans are standardized. And now moving on to the Silver 73 plan. So in 2025, Covered California had all of this extra funding that they used towards the Silver 73 plan, which basically gave gold level benefits on a silver plan, right? You were paying the price of the silver plan, but you got pretty much gold level benefits. So a lot of people switched over to the Silver 73 plan because it had very good copays. As you can see, this is for 2025, very good copays. The deductible is at currently 2025, $0, no deductible for this plan. The out-of-pocket maximum was only $6,100. That's very good for a silver plan that's available to everybody. But in 2026, copays, they're pretty similar, right? Primary care from 35 to 50, not that big of a difference. Urgent care 35 to 50, and other copays are a little bit more. But the main thing right here, the main aspect to this change will be the deductible. We're going from $0 to $5,200. $5,200. God forbid if you end up in the hospital, how comfortable do you feel paying $5,200? And that's per person, right? That's not even the family deductible of $10,400. Okay. Now I do have noted here, stack a hospital plan. So if you have a Silver 73 plan, and if you want to keep it, I would advise you to stack a hospital plan, which hospital plans, they aren't very expensive. And basically what they do is they indemnify you when you end up in the hospital, which can help cover that deductible, cover that out-of-pocket maximum, so you don't have a big gap in your health insurance. You're not exposed to a huge medical bill. And in a future video, I will be explaining how to actually do this and how the premiums look, how to stack hospital plans, who to stack with. Okay, let's move on. How to navigate the price increases. Okay, you're pretty limited with your options, right? Covered California, we don't have access to short-term medical plans like other states. There are health shares, which can be lower, but those aren't really insurance plans and they aren't regulated by the Department of Insurance. So you're really left with two main options. Number one, switch carriers, right? If you're paying an arm and a leg for Blue Cross or Blue Shield, their PPO plan, you might have to consider switching carriers, maybe even switching doctors if that's fine with you, just for the sake of being on health insurance and having a premium that's actually affordable for you. And the second option would be just to switch plans. Maybe you're on a gold or a platinum plan, maybe downgrade to a silver or a bronze plan and add on a secondary plan, right? There are a lot of coverage gaps to bronze and silver plans. There can be a lot of coverage gaps. So a lot of times you're going to want to add on maybe an accident plan or a hospital plan, which those plans aren't offered by Covered California themselves. They are offered by other private insurance companies, which I will be explaining in future videos. There is a bronze plan on Covered California that is HSA eligible, so that also can be a choice next year. There is word going around where Congress is saying that any bronze or catastrophic plan on the marketplace or Covered California will automatically become HSA eligible in 2026. So that is actually good news for us because a lot of people, again, they're going to be switching to bronze plans. And by opening up an HSA, you get 3 tax savings that you normally don't get with other plans, which I have a full video about that on my channel, which you can find. Yeah, and again, if you need help with Covered California, I'd be very happy to help you. Just schedule a call with me. It's the first link in the description. And yeah, book your free call. I'd be happy to help.